Hi, welcome to another episode of Hot Takes. Now, the Leith branch of the PCS, which is the Civil Service Union, they're getting a bit uppity. They're getting a bit spiky. They said that they are going to defy what they're calling the SNP government's new guidelines on single-sex toilets. They are telling transgenders to use the toilets they want to, not the ones they're supposed to. They seem to think that these guidelines are only advisory. Now, the trade unions representing this have said, members, please ignore official guidelines on using toilets. I hope that the people who've said this are now arrested for incitement to commit crime, because these aren't guidelines, these are laws. And any union leader who is inciting people to break the law should be arrested and treated as such. Incitement to break a law. And anyone who does break the law should be prosecuted for breach of the law, because they're just using the language of saying guidelines, but they're laws. Now, SNP members in Holyrood secretly, very sleekly, amended the internal documents to remove a line which said previously trans staff should choose to use the facilities they feel most comfortable with. They removed that because that's not what the law says. However, the Leith branch of the Public and Commercial Services Union, the PCS, on whose patch includes the massive Victoria Quay office complex, blasted the move as cowardly and vowed to have it overturned. Well, you're going to have to go down to Westminster and get them to change a law, because it isn't guidance. It sent this update to its members on last Tuesday, and it claimed the rules hadn't actually changed. That's right, the rules haven't actually changed. The rules were put in place and called laws back in 2010 with the Equality Act. The laws were then clarified in April by the Supreme Court. They keep talking about these things as being, as I say, as being guidelines or rules. They're not. Now, they're saying that women who challenged men in women's spaces can still be accused of bullying and harassment, even though it's the men going in and bullying and harassing women in women's toilets. They're saying any woman who complains is a bully and is harassing and can be fired for objecting to a man in a female toilet. Wow. This is fantastic stuff. So I do believe that they should immediately be fired. Anyone who's advised it should immediately be arrested and charged. Anyone who does it should be arrested and fired. Fire them. Just fire them. Once they've lost their jobs, they can go off, find something better to do with their time instead of harassing women. Tell me what you think. Thanks very much. Speak again later. Bye.